Welcome back to another video about Ark Survival Ascended Official PVE on the center. In this video I'll show you how to tame the Shastasaurus, what to pay attention to and its abilities. To tame the Shastasaurus you need scuba, a dolphin, sickle and exceptional kibble. I'm using extraordinary since any creature can be tamed with a higher tier kibble than they actually need. You see that I fully swam out of render. The Shasta didn't notice me, so I fully went out of render and back into render. On official, this fixes most issues. Now, we need the Shasta to see us on the dolphin. Once he does, he will follow you and we lure him to the surface. Once we reach the surface, he'll have 3 leeches on him. You gotta sickle these leeches off of him. Once you've done all 3, you swim up to its mouth and you feed him a kibble. After every feed, I swim back to my dolphin. Once I fed him the first kibble, I made sure to track the Shasta so I don't lose it. Although, it's pretty impressive if you lose this massive creature. It always takes a little for it to load, but there we go. We're tracking it. Okay, let's go for another round. We make sure the Shasta noticed us. He already noticed me and put his head over my dolphin and I couldn't move. So when this happens, hop off your dolphin, whistle your dolphin, hop back on, and we lure the Shasta to the surface. And once it's at the surface, the leeches will spawn. We sickle all 3 leeches gone. And we go up to the mouth to feed the kibble. Seems easy enough, right? Well, let me show you what can also happen. I've already brought the Shasta to the surface for another round, and the leeches have spawned. But the leech closest to the tail can be super buggy. This leech just wouldn't go away, no matter how often I hit it. So I didn't make it in time and couldn't feed the Shasta. I do have a solution for this, but as you can see I lost 5% effectiveness due to not being on time. Kinda annoying when you're doing everything right. But there is a little solution. When a leech doesn't want to go away, switch from first to third person perspective and keep hitting it. I've noticed that to be the best way to get rid of buggy leeches. You rinse and repeat this minigame until you have the Shasta tamed. Pretty simple, right? So I fast forward to the last feed. We bring the Shasta to the surface, which makes the leeches spawn. We hop off our dolphin and sickle all the leeches off. And once we sickled all the leeches off, it's time for the last feed. There we go! We tamed our first Shastasaurus. Now, let's take a look at its abilities. First of all, let's take a look at the saddle, which is a massive tank hanging underneath the Shasta. I really hope this would be above the Shasta since the belly is already quite big. But it is really cool. When you ride the Shasta, you're sitting in this tank, so when you hop off, you're instantly in there. You can build in here, look into the very clear water around you, and you even have a little tech door to go in and out. Super cool. And from here you access the ride again. When you're riding the Shasta, you can use its telescope, which basically works like tech binocs. Look, you can see all the stats of my creatures. It also has a sonar, which shows you all the wild creatures around you. It has a flashbang to stun enemies, I think. And once this one is used, it's on cooldown. The pulse will also go on cooldown. So we wait a bit and then we can do the pulse. The pulse basically pushes wild enemies away. There's also a torpedo ability, but I didn't feel like blowing up my own base on official, so I did not test this. Oh yeah, good to know, the Shastas don't fit through behemoth gates, so I'm glad I finally managed to get it in my pen, and it probably won't leave this pen. I hope this video is useful, and if it was, a like or comment or maybe even a sub is much appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.